Hi again. In this video I'm going to show you how to deploy a tier 3 application fully. And we're going to use this tier 3 application in a later video for microsegmentation. So let's log in first. So let's open the vCenter server. And before we start, we're going to start creating some networks. So I told you we're going to deploy a 3-tier application, which consists out of a web, an app, and a database tier. So before we can do that, we first need to create our networks. So let's start with vApp and I'm going to leave DHCP disabled. Let's hit save. .20.1/24 save. And the last one, db 172.16.30.1/24, and those are my networks. So my tier 3 or 3-tier networks. One for web, one for app, and one for database. Is there anything more I need to change right now? No. Let's start with deploying the actual 3-tier application. It's a local file, so let me just select them here. So I'm going to, it's going to upload the file locally through the web to this vCenter server. So next, let's call it 3-tier. Okay, let's select the compute resource pool. Let's hit next. Accept. Select the right storage. And here I need to select for web. I need to select my web. For app, I need to select my app segment, and for database, I will select my database segment. Database next, and here we're going to assign IP addresses. Okay, now this is going to be fun. So my web is 172.16.10. Let me call it 11.72.10.12. The gateway is 172.16.10.1, and now we have our application services here as 172.16.20.11. and the second one is 172.16.20.12, and our gateway is 172.16.20.1. For our database, we only have one, so 172.16.30.11, and subnet gateway is 172.16.30.1, and Let me do a quick check on all of these. 10, 11, 12, 10, 1, 20, 11, 12, 21, and 30, 11, 31. The application VIP I need to set it to one of the web servers, because otherwise it's not, or to one of the application servers, otherwise it's not going to work. This is when you have a load balancer in place, but we don't have this right now for additional testing. So I think this is all okay. Looks good. So let's do next and finish. Let's wait until it's deployed. Now it's deployed, so let's start looking at the tier 3 app here, and we can see the VMs are all there. I have 2 web services, 2 application servers, and 1 database server. So let's power them on. Let's power it on, and let's see what happens. So all the VMs are booted now. Let's go into web, for example. See if we can log in. Let me verify the IP address. 10.11. Let me see if I can ping the gateway. 172.16.10.1, which I can, which is perfect. Let me see if I can ping my peer, which is also fine. Let me see if I can also ping the app, which is 20.11. Perfect. And the 20.12. And let me see if I can also ping the database server. And I can. So that works. So before we can, well, I think it's good to have a good overview of to see if we can kind of access this machine. Well, before we can access this machine from the internet, I guess port 80, we first need to request a public IP address and net that to internal IP address 172.16.10.11. And let me open that port in the firewall as well. The source is any, because we want to access anything to this web server. Don't think I've created a group yet, so let's do that. And select one virtual machine, which is going to be the web 01. Let's hit save. Set the service to HTTP. Because it is a web server. and let's hit publish. So that means that if I go to this public IP address, let me get it again, and go to here, yeah, it works. So this all works, right? So now I think it's important to so now you've seen that I've deployed a web app and database tier, and you've seen that the deployment went well. In my next video, I'm going to, what you've seen here is that I was able to, access from my web server, access the application tier, but also the web tier. I was able to ping to it. So full access is open between these segments. My next video, I'm going to show you how to use microsegmentation to protect against these things. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.